Yeah, in my cheat. Okay, sharp.
Welcome to WeTheNet, and today we're going to be talking about consent and our first interaction with sexual activity. I think we should kick it off with the youngest man in the group, Yanga.
I thought I knew what consent was, and what I thought was if a girl just says yes to you, go up or we need it, let's up away. Until obviously I grew older and stuff, and I realized that it's actually not that. There's more to it than that, There's pressure that the girl is feeling, and there's a lot about it. And I feel like if I knew what I know now back then, I'd realize that, a lot of what I feel like a bad person. You know what I mean? When you think about things, there's actually a lot of wrong things I've done.
Because for me, my first ever proper sex talk was at boarding school, because niggas would talk about sex all the time and proceed to do other things, but touch themselves.
Yeah, but when they do talk about sex, they don't talk about consent.
They don't talk about consent. It's like, you do this. This is how you kiss a girl. When you're having sex, this is what you do, and that's that. There's nothing about if she's okay with it, then maybe that's a good thing to do. If she's okay with it, and it's always that if someone says okay to yes to being your girlfriend, like Yanga was saying, and then people just assume okay, that's then everything else will pop. You understand? Actually, you have to get consent for each and everything.
See, I think that's the thing. People don't know. Couldn't difference just because she's your girlfriend doesn't mean it's all of a sudden.
Whenever all the time.
It's a yes all the time. All of a sudden now, you wake up in the morning, sex. You go to sleep, sex. No, if she says no, you can't be like, but you're my girl.
Exactly. I've literally heard a guy refer to having a girlfriend to being sex on tap.
Niggas say that.
Interaction or conversation that we have around sex is not about consent, and it's with your older friends when you're young or your cousins, and they not telling you about okay, you actually have to ask for permission and let this person agree to what you guys are going to do. It's more a conversation about you need to trick this person, you need to convince her that this is what you're going to do, you need to find ways and coerce her into having sex with you.
Because you are doing sex to her.
Exactly.
Yeah,
sex is done
She has no agency here. This is all your maneuvering and your tactics and your smooth and you Rico Swat in the situation. You have convinced her because she never wanted to do this. Now you are a hero.
Hence it's called gay.
That language.
The very first sex talks I had were with guys who, when I look back, are the guys who buy the alcohol, who are like, those guys are like, whatever. So we tend to think sex talk happens or starts when we're 13, 14. No, when you grow up amongst these guys, if you're playing under 9, they're playing under 17, under 15. Those things are said around you. And so you pick up those things, and because everyone is saying it, it seems like the norm.
Another thing to add to what Monavis was saying about doing sex to someone. It's the same thing we just said when our corner that niggas would want to know how was it, because they won't ask before the sex what do you want to do this, how do you want to do this, how would you like to do this, but they will ask afterwards because they need you to validate that what you did was proper. And
then the next question is are you gonna tell your friend? Are you gonna tell someone? It's weird. Cut it up and view it. It's weird that they want to be known. We want to be known by But actually, when you look back, because we're having this conversation, looking back, you're like, hey man, people are, there's sex happening, no rape is happening, but it happens every weekend, like and each age group, like the 15-year-olds, the 13, everyone is just doing it, and so. And all these things are being done to girls, to young girls, and they are not conscious. It's actually troubling when you look back, because I've been in situations where I'm like, yeah, man,
that was not okay.
I've seen that happen.
Yeah. Yes.
It's not something that happens park or date. It happens like a friend will tell you about Asuka, or ex-friends now, will tell you about Asuka, she didn't want, so I was like, I'm gonna untie my dogs, and then we'll see how she goes home. Those things that's rape.
That's right.
It is.
With I'm getting what then, unless you pay for gas or some guy. Like I'm
all that shit that joy when I miss it anywhere else.
Exactly. Yeah, there's one destination.
And if you want to say it now so I can drop you on the freeway, no one would say drop you on the freeway.
Like,
it's not fair.
At that point, what is she meant to do? You live here at the freeway. This is not fair. You can't.
Also, that thing that we were talking about earlier about how we groomed, about these all the guys who teach us about okay. Especially exactly if like you have the resources, like if you like what's the excuse? Telling of money like there are expectations of you. And
also how they reference it. Zimbabwe, it's not it doesn't have a face. It's not a whole human being. Zimbabwe,
but it's just
that's the only thing you see. There's nothing more to it. That's when you grow up with that mentality, you realize
there's actually a habit that I've like for the past, well, I unlearned it. When a woman walks past, you check the ass. Like in the township, like.
It's a concept. And you don't see other men doing it in public. Like, niggas
all the time. You end up looking at niggas looking back. They don't
but the harassment very close. It's like this thing of like my Zulu homies always say, but I don't buy Zulu dog. Like you can't just let a woman walk by. Like what are you doing?
What that?
Wow. That makes no sense. No.
It's what I'm saying. So the harassment leads to these interactions as the consensual, where you're putting these people under duress.
Yeah, you were saying, niggas don't just look; they say things. Like, especially for women alone. And
what's the coolest part?
you could do it. Number 48. 5 years.
And then someone is like, so sister work is like this. Linda end up 11, 12. Was about nice.
But yeah, it's really dangerous.
And the men, like
also, as like pretty niggas, like how was growing up going? Because like I mean, and that's probably why my confidence was so low. It was never a firm
So what was it like?
Hey, pretty nigga.
You don't have to say much.
I wasn't cute as a kid. This is new, guys. No, but for real, I was very feminine. Like I had cornrows, I was really fat, so I didn't have those like So but people used to like give me weird like sex advice, but okay, especially like my cousins who were like 5 years older than me, like when we say I saw you hanging around with that girl, you must they must know that you're good at having sex. Like they must rather say that you than all. Like you used to get weird advice like that. So like the one about
and like that's the thing for sure, because like they will ask you, like
what's the blood?
Because if like was she a virgin? Was the blood? Then it means
So it's actually something that like as guys, it's something that we want to do to women, and it must be painful.
Yep, it has to be painful.
And also you should come out feeling proud of yourself.
And then we can walk around like
manipulated people and put them in a messed up situation, but now
rapist.
Exactly.
But we try to justify it like it was
game.
We try,
and this is what like the lines there's actually no line. It's very blurred between what you actually calling game and macking and harassment. It's actually it's violating someone. It's violating their space. It's coercing them for you to rape them.
Actually, I'm just considering how I approach women. Like the line between being a stalker and being romantic is actually pretty non-existent. Like it depends on how it depends completely on how it's received. And like Nick, Amachi, that really can't pick up on those signals, or they don't want to pick up on those signals.
No, they don't want because you're there, all your boys, you know, you're like,
and they justify that as it's just being hard to get, like too hard to get.
Exactly. But you come back like no,
hard to get is it's such a messed up thing because you are constantly harassing someone who said no, and number of times, and you still keep like doing because you're like nah, she's playing too hard to get.
Being freaky really will help you, like with consent. I promise you. Just keep asking questions. Like, oh, do you like this?
But the thing is, the problem with that is that that's indoor. You know everything.
But no, wait,
you don't need to ask him, what's your height? No, you know what just do.
How do you like your butt?
Even if she would say no to that particular thing, niggas will still do it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And also like again, saying no, I don't like it is a risky thing. Is a risky thing because
have control over your space over yourself as a woman, because you can't say no, don't do this. You can't. It's just violence. It's violent and stuff is being done. How as gents do we like into the masculine spaces that we occupy? How do we address these things? Like,
consent.
or do we just like so Umoke would be like, hey, kill it away, and you're like,
especially for me as Lokshim. So much better like say the way it's not what you think it is. You know what I mean? And I feel like they just put sex into like they just, I don't know what the word is, but
one down in daughter, I feel.
Yeah, not just
because
the hood, but both schools.
Yeah, because
wherever men
everything.
Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe. Tell us like your experiences in the comments. We can engage. Exactly.
This is a conversation that needs to be.
Yeah, you can add all of us, man. No, you don't. If you agree, disagree with what we said, tell us, man.
Also, another thing on consent, guys.
Yes. Keep it short.
Can we like talk about the myth, eclipse next time?
Information technology. Look, next episode of WeTheNet, we're gonna find out.
We're not really there because it doesn't exist.